Hey everybody, it's Captain Dazzle back here. Today I'm going to teach you a design that's very popular with the girls. I'm going to teach you guys how to make the butterfly. So now, you're going to need two balloons, alright? You can let the girl or the child choose the colors, alright? Some girls like pink. Alright, so you're going to need two balloons. Now what's important about these two balloons is that they must be of the equal length. Before you make the design, alright, you need to create less pressure in the walls of these two balloons. So just like in the first video, I taught you guys how to push the air down into the uninflated part. So we have to do that for this design. So I'm going to show you a technique which I use. I call it the Z fold. Right, just like so. So when I squeeze it, you can see that the air is going to travel down. So this makes the entire balloon a little softer. Right, so it's going to look like this now. Right, so now you can take note of the length of the tail. It's quite long here. Yes. So when I make the Z fold, and when I squeeze, just watch this part here. You will see that the air has traveled down. Okay, once again, so it makes the walls of the balloons slightly softer. Alright, so now, usually for most balloon designs, we always start from the front, but this design is going to be a little different. So we are going to start from the tail end. So that's the reason why we had to push the air down the uninflated part earlier, so that we have more balloons to work with over here. Alright, so the balloons are less likely to burst. Right, so that's a very important tip for the butterfly. So now I'm going to measure out a bubble that is big enough for me to do a puder pop. Okay, what's a puder pop? Alright, if you want to learn how to do the puder pop balloon, which I'm going to show you in a very short while, please make sure you check out the video on the puder doggy, and I teach you guys how to do the puder pop in that video. Alright, so we're going to measure out a corresponding bubble on the other balloon, and now I want you to do a lock twist. So once you do a lock twist, I want you to lock this in more securely. So what you do is just grab one of the balloons and go under the whole joint. So this locks it in much tighter. You can do it with the other balloon too. So just lock it in, just go under. Alright, so the lock is more secure. So at this point, we're going to do the puder pop. So once again, you're going to weaken this point. I'm going to weaken the other one too. Alright, do a bubble twist like so, and then press the air up. So this is taught in detail in the poodle dog video. So here's the other one. So these are going to form the feelers for the butterfly, the feelers. Right, so now I'm going to proceed to make the first set of wings. I'm going to measure a bubble. Now I do not measure out exactly how long the size of the small wings are going to be. Alright, all I have to keep in mind is that I do know that I have to make a set of small wings, and I need this part over here to make the set of large wings. Right, so I'm going to just measure out maybe about 1/3 of the length here, and then I'm going to do a lock twist. So it's just like that, it's easy. Right, so at this point, I'm going to bring the feelers down to this joint. Can you see? By doing this, I'm creating two full twists, one pink and one yellow. Right, I'm going to do a lock twist to join these two, all these bubbles together. Right, so just going to show you like this. Lock twist, lock twist. Ta-da! So you can see the pink full twist and the yellow full twist. Right, so at this point, you're going to repeat the same steps, right, to form the bigger wings. But when you bring these two balloons together, right, good. So now this part over here, we're going to do a bubble twist, a lock twist I mean, yes. It's a lock twist. There you have it. Right, this is going to be a set of the larger wings. So just like before, we're going to bring all the bubbles together at this joint. Right, so now I'm going to give you a little tip to lessen the pressure on these two bubbles. So remember, we started the design from the tail end, right? To lessen the pressure on these two bubbles, what you can do, listen very carefully, this is a good tip. You can roll this knot down closer to the end. Okay, likewise for this one. So I'm just going to show it to you. You can see that the knot is tied over here, right? So I'm going to roll it down like this. Ooh. Now I'm going to squeeze it. Can you see how soft this bubble is now? Right, this is going to prevent it from bursting. too prematurely. Okay, so you can see that there's a lot of pressure here in this bubble. Now watch what happens when I roll the knot down. Okay, and now this balloon, the pink balloon, is so much softer. Right, just gonna help you because when you are going to bring all these this joint down to over here, right? Once again, when you bring it down, it's gonna form two full twists, right? One pink and one yellow. So I'm gonna bring this down, and now I'm going to make use of the two small bubbles and do a lock twist. Remember the first two bubbles is starting to where you tie the knot. Alright, so that's going to be all locked in. Now this doesn't look like a butterfly, so all you need to do is just do some adjustments. Alright, I fixed that. Okay. Move the feelers into the right positions. Alright, so that's what a butterfly looks like. Okay, so I'm going to make it slightly more beautiful by simply switching the two lower wings so that you have a contrast of colors, alternating colors that crosses. Right? So this is going to look a little bit more beautiful. So that's the butterfly. Alright, just going to show you what it looks like if you do not alternate the colors. So it all depends on you. So right now I've got all the pink on this side and I've got all the yellow on this side. So this will work too if that's what you like. Okay, but for me, I do prefer the colors to alternate. So my butterfly will now look like that. Alright, super awesome. This is one of my favorite designs. So I hope you guys enjoy learning how to do the butterfly too. I'm sure the girls will love it. So see ya.